It's guest time again here on Shangri-La, and it gives me the greatest pleasure to welcome Miss Heather Morris to the show. Singer, dancer, actress, artiste. Am I missing anything out here?
No, I think you covered most.
Is that well covered, is it? Well, welcome to Shangri-La.
Hello there.
What have you been up to recently?
Oh, goodness, quite a few different projects. I suppose the most exciting one would be working at the Royal Opera House.
Ooh.
That's been going on the last couple of months, so just drew to a close the other week. That was Verdi's Rigoletto, and I had the honour to act and dance in the production, which was a wonderful experience.
That's fantastic. And what were you doing in there?
The opening scene, and it was a big sort of orgy, to put it lightly.
Oh, was it? I missed that, didn't I? I didn't hear about that.
Should make them come see the show. But and then there's another scene where we're sort of dancing skeletons and off to abduct.
That sounds great. Where was that, sorry?
That's in a Royal Opera House.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a big old production you were doing then?
It was wonderful. It was two months. We had 1 month of rehearsals and another month of shows. So yeah, it was the first time I've performed on such a wonderful, prestigious stage.
Fantastic. And what have you got coming up? Anything in the horizon?
I've got some great gigs coming up. This weekend I'm working at Torture Garden, doing a fashion show there, and then on Sunday off to Gypsy Hotel doing a big punk rock gig. Well, I'm actually doing a sort of burlesque performance there. And then next week I'll be working with Marissa Karneski. We've got a show coming up in the Old Vic tunnels. You're
a busy girl.
Yeah.
So we'll get some dates later on when we finish. But in the meantime, you're here to choose 4 tracks, which is something old, new, borrowed and blue. So let's get straight in there with the new. No, the old.
The old, yeah. So the old, this is Indonesian Rhumba, and it's actually a Cuban Rhumba, but Indonesian adaptation. And it was recorded by an incredible man called Harold Courlander, and he was an anthropologist and ethnographer of global music. An anthropologist, as I once was back in the day. And
an anthropologist, I left that out of the list.
A scholar of anthropology, should I say.
Okay.
Harold was an incredible man, because he went all around the world throughout the 50s and collected from every country you can name, really, and just really comprehensive study of music and cultures. And this song, my lovely cousins all the way in Indonesia helped translate for me, and it's basically a lady singing about how the Rhumba beat makes you move when you have a lovely glass of arak wine.
That's Indonesian
I'm sure some
wine.
of you out there have tried that.
I don't think I have.
Well, basically petrol,
Oh,
rocket
nice.
fuel.
Maybe I have then.
It's just about a dandy coming into the bar, and it's all about barflies, really, in a little bar in Indonesia.
I'm interested already. Let's give it a listen then.
Okay.
No, not Cuba, Indonesia. This is what Indonesians call keroncong music. New music is distinguished from the old and traditional. It's a rumba with some North American jazz motifs creeping in.
Pemuda Melayu, kalau tempo di Rhumba, asalnya dari Cuba, sungguh menjadi gemar serata dunia. Siapa mendengar badan tergerak, semacam banyak minum arak, kalau sudah berhenti, sungguh rasa sunyi. perutnya kaku. Kalau diingat sungguh geli. Deti menari seperti sedih. Tanya pula si Deti, apa mau uang lagi? Tak dibayar ini kali, pusingkan Rhumba lagi.
And that was Harold Courlander, or a recording by him, an Indonesian rumba from 1956. And yeah, it reminds me a bit of what Alan Lomax was doing, as we were saying in the break there.
That's right.
Well, in the turn of the century,
Thank
probably.
God for these wonderful men.
Indeed. Well, they were getting paid for it, that's why, probably. But that was fantastic. It was like it sounded very Cuban, apart from the language.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's lovely to hear some Indonesian, which is where I was born. I'm half Indonesian.
And half
Scottish.
Scottish. Can you do the
Glaswegian.
accent? You can.
Hi.
It doesn't matter. I won't even try it myself.
That's my name.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. And what made you choose that? Out of interest.
I suppose I wanted to share something from my country, and I just love that sort of music as well. I'd be very happy hanging out in that little bar where she's singing.
Me too, especially with the petrol behind the bar as well.
Yeah, drinking some arak.
Okay, so well, let's move on to your new track.
Okay, so I apologise, this isn't officially a new track. However, singing is a new thing for me, and this song that I've chosen is something that I cover in my band Suri a.k.a Copain, and it's a lovely channel to sing some of my favourite songs and explore my voice, to see whether I could sing. And this is I Want You to Be My Baby, but in Chinese. It's a lovely Chinese swing number.
You sing in Chinese?
Yeah, well, the band, we cover a lot of kitschy 50s lounge music and 60s mundo, yeah. So a lot of French music and a lot of Serge Gainsbourg and Jacques Dutronc and
That all sounds
Brigitte
good
Bardot.
to me.
Yeah, all the wonderful greats. And yeah, so this is a Chinese swing number that we do by the wonderful Grace Chang.
Well, I'd love to agree with you there, but it's the first time I've heard her name.
Oh, right, yeah, she's got some great ones. Look her up.
I shall indeed, Fox, and you look her up at home. Let's have a listen now. Grace Chang.
Listen to your mama and you never will regret it. And if anybody wonders, you can tell them what I said. And the only thing I know is that I never can forget you. I've been longing for you, baby, ever since the day I met you. I got you where I want you, and I'm never gonna let you get away from me. Ain't what I tell you, I'm the girl for you, and so you better start to face it. If you ever lose my love, you know you never can replace it. I think it's time for you to start giving me some loving, carrying a touch on you that's harder than an oven. It's time for you to give me a little touch of dumb, baby, hold me tight, then do what I tell you. time for you to give me a little turtle dove, baby, hold me tight, then do what I tell you.
Whoa, yay. Need the eye.
Boy, I need an eye.
Thank you very much. I needed help there. Grace Chang. That was brilliant.
Wasn't it?
Oh, I love that.
It's actually, she's got some great songs, Grace Chang, and there's this really weird film called The Hole, and it's about a really dire and miserable tenement block or council estate in China, and has really strange scenes like these long, dark, grey corridors, and then suddenly this lift opens up and there's a showgirl in there, and these really random musical scenes happen in the stairwells.
When was this film made?
Oh crikey, it must have been sometime in the 60s, I imagine, maybe even later, late 60s I'm guessing. But it's called The Hole, and it's just, it's really bizarre mix of showgirls singing musicals and this really strange context of a really grey council estate.
Sounds excellent. I will check that out for sure. So what made you choose that one?
Like I said, I love singers who can sing in lots of different languages, and I wanted that to be a challenge for myself in my first band. So that song just hit me, and I thought, we've got to sing that, we've got to cover it.
I think that song's hit everyone for the first time. No, I've certainly not heard of Grace Chang before.
Oh.
When was she knocking about?
Oh,
do you
goodness,
know?
mainly in the 60s.
So that was a 60s track as well,
Yeah.
Nice. Okay then, so moving swiftly on, what we got next? We've got something old, new, borrowed. I can never remember. Borrowed.
Okay, so on Saturdays, you might find me in a vintage shop called Radio Days, and that's in Waterloo, 89 Lower Marsh.
Get it in.
Yeah, and so it's my little sanctuary, really. Really happy to be a Saturday girl in there, because the music that they play just cheers me right up, even though I've got evil hangovers. It's just a great little magical place, and I recommend you'll come pay me a visit there sometime. And
do you do men's clothes?
Loads of men's clothes, great hat selections.
Hawaiian shirts?
And Hawaiian shirts, a massive range of Hawaiian shirts.
Okay, well, I'm there.
And lovely accessories for men and women.
And women, let's not forget the girls. Been the girls' day at Shangri-La here.
Lots of bar paraphernalia as well, and record players too. Yeah, you name it, we got it.
Sounds like a big place.
It is a big place.
Where do you go if you come out of the station?
Yeah, you come out of the station, go towards the Old Vic theatre, and it's just down there. It's just asymmetrical on the Lower Marsh.
Good to know.
Yeah. So this next song is from Bert Ambrose and his orchestra. It's called the Cotton Pickers Congregation, and it's salute to Sid Phillips, who composed and arranged it.
Is it a cover version, or is it?
No, this is the original, the only one I can find out there.
One. Okay.
Yeah, made back in the 30s.
In the 30s, and you were saying it's kind of a happy song rather than
it's a real
Dust
feel-good
Depression song.
Yeah, real feel-good song, and the mystery to me is why it's called the Cotton Pickers Congregation. I can't suss that one out because it's such a happy, feel-good song.
If anyone at home knows that, do tell us.
Let us know.
Without further ado, let's have a listen. was Ambrose and his orchestra and Cotton Pickers Congress, and a very depressing song there,
Cotton
wasn't
Pickers Congregation.
Yeah. I do apologise at home there, folks. Congregation. That was another fantastic choice.
Oh,
I'd have to say. And yeah, it wasn't that miserable at all, was it?
Yeah, those are some happy cotton pickers.
Who knows? Who can say in this crazy world? But see, the idea there was to have a cover version, but you didn't pick it. But that's fine. It's all right. Like something borrowed was like a cover version.
Oh, it's borrowed from the shop where I work.
That is a brilliant way of looking at
I
it.
suppose my last one was borrowed in a way, wasn't it? It was a cover.
Well, most songs
My
are
Grace
borrowed,
Chang.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Especially nowadays off the internet.
Exactly. Yeah, I borrowed that from my boss.
And yeah, there's no other reason for choosing that.
It just makes
You
me
just
feel
like
great.
It reminds you of a Saturday morning in the shop.
Yeah, it just fixes my hangovers. It's perfect.
Oh, I don't know if it'd fix mine.
Try it.
I'll give it a go. Now I've got it. I'd have it. So yeah, we're moving sadly on now to your final choice on Life's Jukebox. And you picked a winner out for us, have you?
Yeah, my blue song, Ain't So Blue. I envisage my grand funeral to be an occasion where everyone can come to the shores of, I don't know, Bali, or maybe where my mother came from in Manado, which has a beautiful coral reef, and my ashes will be released on a beautifully adorned float out to the sea, covered with the flowers and offerings and whatnot. And this
That's
would be
a
the
lovely
song.
image you're conjuring up there.
Yeah, this would be the song.
Not too distant from where we are right now, in fact.
Yeah, here we are at the beach, you know.
Shangri-La.
I'm ready to go. Take me lower. So, yeah, this would be the music that would be playing as my little float went out to sea, and everybody else can be singing their sad English hymns, but this will be the sound emanating from my little float of death.
Float of death.
Float of death into the psychedelic sunset.
Okay, with that image in mind, folks, let's have a listen.
काली काली घटा डर रही है, काली काली घटा डर रही है, ठंडी आहें हवा भर रही है, सबको क्या क्या गुमा हो रहे हैं, हर कली हम पे शक कर रही है, फूलों का दिल भी ऐ मेरे यार ऐ हुस्न वाले ऐ मेरे यार ऐ हुस्न वाले दिल किया मैंने तेरे हवाले तेरी मर्जी पे अब बात ठहरी जीने दे चाहे तू मार डाले तेरे हाथों में अब मेरी जान है आज मौसम हो आज मौसम बड़ा बेईमान है बड़ा बेईमान है आज मौसम आने वाला कोई तूफान है आज मौसम
You're listening to Radio Shangri-La. That was our hero Mohammed Rafi with Aj Mausam, Bada Beiman hai.
Beautiful. That was very good. You're still listening to Radio Shangri-La, by the way, people, but the Hindi version of it.
Indeed.
That was beautiful again. Another fantastic choice.
It is a lovely song. That was an interesting factoid. I think many of you might know the popular Bollywood song Jan Pehchan Ho.
How could we forget?
So I actually cover that song for the wonderful Deptford Beach Babes. It's a great
Project
Hindi.
number 628.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, I get bored easily. But yeah, sung by Mohammed Rafi. So same singer there. So he's not only a real hep cat groovester, he's also a real poignant, sentimental, romantic guy. Yeah.
And that was conjured up a beautiful image of the boat and the flowers and the...
Yeah.
I don't know what else was there.
Yes, as my ashes drift down to the coral reefs.
It's either that or New Orleans. What's it called?
The second line
the second
parade.
line parade. Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Don't wear heels, girls. If you're going to go on one of them things. I
Damn, I was
blistered
going
my
to get
feet.
my 4-inch stiletto out as well. No, so that was 4 excellent choices there, Heather. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
No, come on. So what have you got coming up then? We're going to need some dates. So if you've got any pens and pencils out there, kids, in chronological order.
Okay, so some future projects that I'm looking forward to later down the line is two lovely girls that I met working at the Royal Opera House. One's Frances and Natasha. We've been working together as a trio, and we're doing sort of going to work in all sorts of different platforms, so in cabaret and burlesque, but also bring your acting expertise into it.
So this is yet another project.
Yeah, it's just starting. So we performed at my 30th birthday, which is the other month. So yeah, we're going to work as a 3. We make quite a nice trio because me being the brunette, we've got the blonde and the redhead. So
perfect.
A lovely triptych. So yeah, watch the space for more from us.
And what's that project called?
At the moment, we're calling it the Triptych.
Okay.
So we'll see where it develops and blossoms. But yeah, I'm very excited about working with Marissa Karneski. That starts next week. We start devising for that. It's a show that's going to be down at the Old Vic Tunnels in September. So yeah, I'm a real...
What are you doing on that?
I don't know how much I can tell you, but it's to do with the magic of tarot. And yeah, it's
a show, basically.
It's a show, yeah. It's some sort of interactive theatre performance with lots of magic and mystique.
Okay.
So otherwise, yeah, I've got a London Burlesque Festival coming up on the 12th of May. I'll be performing in the British Female contingent. So
good luck with that. Is that a competition?
Sort of. I don't really like to look
weird,
at it like that.
No, it's just like a music competition. Is the stuff of fools, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, it's all a bit.
But good luck with it, regardless.
Thank you. Yeah, it should be good fun. So I'm putting my costumes together for that. It'll be a sort of 60s French new wave mixed with film noir cinematic homage.
Good.
So we'll see what comes out of that, and then. I've also got Gypsy Hotel on 19th of May with my lovely friend Lady Anna Angel. That's the Dalston Fisting Club, say that really quickly. And yeah, come and find out.
You have to say it quickly.
And then there's 26th of May, Last Tuesday Society. I'll be performing at their orphanage ball.
Good for you. That's a pretty full events book.
Yeah, I like to keep busy.
Yeah, I can see that. You're going to be doing any building anytime? Repointing
I
any
hope you
walls
can
or
teach
anything?
me a thing or two. I like the look of that tiki bar. I wouldn't
Tiki
mind one of
bar.
them. Yeah, you can
That's
teach
a
me how to
good
make
point.
one.
Well, let's go and have a couple of rumbabas and play a few more tunes out till the to the end of the hour here. And thank you very much, Heather or Suri, or who would you like to be known as today?
Whoever you wish.
Let's say Heather. I like the Glaswegian accent.
Heather Morris.
I won't try. Thank you, Heather Morris. Some great tracks there.